us, I didn't click the go live button. Hello, everybody on YouTube. It's episode 56 of The Breakdown. I'm one of your hosts. My name is David Gokhshtein. My co host here, Akil Patterson, who can't hear me today. I've tried everything. I've literally tried everything to get him to hear me, but it's just not working. Hopefully, Alex, can you please check in? Look how I'm holding my ear.
You're good on YouTube. You're good here.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So far, people can hear me, but nobody can hear you unless you go on to Twitter Spaces, Akil Patterson. And he still can't hear me.
Well, I hear you on Twitter Spaces. You're saying that my what the? Oh, motherfucker!
Of course, he probably had like one of his. There's no doubt about it. He had one of his things out.
Yeah, you guys are both good on YouTube. There will be a delay though. I think YouTube has about a 30-second to 60-second delay, something like that. Probably shorter.
They don't like us.
I had to replug it.
You guys can hear me though on YouTube, right?
Yeah, you guys were both good on YouTube, but I'll continue to monitor.
Thank you, Alex, for continuing to monitor the situation. Yo, so what's going on? Patterson?
What?
How's your weekend?
Well,
So that's what you got?
no, man. That's just homage to the great who made those Jets, who made Gary V and those Jets cry like a bitch. I mean, they crying right now. Gary V, get you a new team before you lose everything, because not only are you don't have the talent with the crayon, you don't have talent picking football teams. Go get a new team. The Jets, they suck. That's my statement. Terrible team called the Jets. This weekend played, got their asses handed to them by Lamar and the Ravens. So I just wanted to say homage to the great one. We are not worthy. Hey, but Ravens, give that man his contract. Pay the dude. Otherwise, he can come over to G Media and we'll find him a better contract.
It's crazy. By the way, my team won. Shout outs to the New York Giants. Saquon Barkley, he's back. He is back terrorizing defenses in the NFL. This man he got the dog in him. He's on a mission. Not only does he hold Bitcoin, okay? Not only does he hold Bitcoin, but he was terrorizing one of the top defenses in the game. By the way, Mr. King Henry, how are you doing today? How are you feeling after you got smacked?
Ooh.
Got smacked as you were running up the middle. I believe it was Crowder. Crowder came up the middle and kaboomed you. Laid you out on your ass. That's right. The New York Giants 21-20. Shout outs to my team out here. And speaking of Bitcoin is looking like it did not miss leg day. I am extremely happy that Bitcoin went to the gym and finally focused on legs, because right now I think it's sitting at, let's see, I think it's at what is it, 22,258. Bitcoin season is here, but I'm not gonna get a. I'm not. Let's not get.
It's not financial
ahead
advice.
of ourselves, because
It's not financial advice.
I can't hear you, bro. I can't hear you on Spaces. I can't hear you anywhere.
I said it's not financial advice. I told you, man. I am having the worst week ever. So let me tell you. So number one, I cracked the phone. I told you I cracked the phone this weekend, but I cracked the phone not because of like anything nefarious. I saw when the Baltimore Ravens decided not to give Lamar his contract extension. I stood up out of a chair and I said, "What the fudge?" and then the whole screen went dark. Then, all right, that was my phone. Then my iPhone, which I use for this show, I had in my pocket when I was riding my bike because I get exercise. And hey, shout out to everybody that's not fat in this world and is actually trying to do something about it. I'll go out riding my bike, and I had it in my pocket, falls out of my pocket, crack that screen. So I got 2 cracked screens on 2 different phones. I might have to sell some Bitcoin to get them fixed.
Third time's the charm.
Third time is the charm. I actually agree with Alex on this one. By the way, new setup. Getting there. New setup here for the breakdown. Obviously, I'm on the desk here, reporting live from G Media headquarters at the desk. Oh my God, I'm starting to laugh. That's funny. Hold on. But yeah, at the desk right now, reporting on everything within crypto and Web3. And hopefully one day, Akil Patterson can get his shit fixed so he can actually hear me on YouTube and not just on Twitter Spaces. By the way, news, sir. What's happening in crypto? What's happening in Web3? Akil Patterson.
Crypto Web3 news. Yo, this market has been so slow. The only thing that's been newsworthy is the fact that I'm on it. That's it. I mean, crypto markets have just been so boring. But I'm going to give you the best I can in terms of the crypto news this week. Ethereum merge is set for the 14th. I don't know why he picked like a random day in the middle of the week to do it, but hey, set for the 14th. The merge should be completed after that, but folks, just remember, you might want to, if you got crypto on exchanges, you might want to just take it off for now because you don't know what's going to happen in the next couple of days. So, not financial advice, just saying, hey, get yourself a ledger or something like that. Because as David likes to point out, not your keys, maybe not your crypto. I don't know.
It is in your crypto.
What?
It is in your crypto. You got to mute me. It is in your crypto. Jesus Christ. It is in your crypto if you give away your crypto or you leave your crypto on exchanges. Period. You've lost your crypto.
I mean, it's not that simple, but okay.
What do you mean it's not that simple? You put your crypto on any exchange or you put it on any platform, which you hand over your keys to somebody else, it's no longer your crypto. Done. Finito. Have a nice day. Sorry, Nara. Ask the people at Voyager. The people who had Luna on Voyager, and now you got an airdrop of Luna Classic, potentially could have made some money back. How did that go for them? Can't even get into their accounts. Not your keys, not your crypto. This show is not sponsored by Ledger, but this is what you need in your life. A ledger. Keep your assets in the ledger, man. Also, in the news, by the way, this is going to be merge week. And I tweeted this out. Ethereum merge week. The Discovery Channel should have done like Shark Week. It should be merge week. They should have done a whole special on Ethereum, and it's like literally in its path to the merge. I would have sat back and watched it the entire week, and I would have not gone onto social media. I just would watch Discovery Channel about Ethereum and Vitalik Schlong. Again, the Schlong comes out, by the way. I don't know if anybody's seen the picture. I put it up on my my Twitter account. You can go ahead and look at my profile. You'll see it.
Why are you so staring at his meat, man? I mean,
I'm not. It's just out there. I think he's just trolling.
Yeah, but it's huge.
Speaking of, say that again.
Proof of stare?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not. I mean, I don't know what to say here.
Well, let's be honest, David. And as a gay black man in America, I'm just going to be very honest. All right, There's not a guy I know that's ever been in a locker room or otherwise who hasn't taken at least a peek at somebody else's meat to make sure they're bigger. And if they're not, they're like, fuck.
Okay, and that leads us into Bloomberg.com. Bitcoin hits 3-week high before CPI data and Ethereum upgrade. But unfortunately, I can't get into the rest of the article because there's a paywall. Shout outs to Bloomberg.com for their lovely paywall. No, I do not want to subscribe for $8 per week. We have Bloomberg.com also reporting MicroStrategy says it may buy more Bitcoin in stock sale filing for $500 million. $500 million. Yo, Sailor, this dude is insane. This he's probably gonna have probably more Bitcoin than anybody else, other than Satoshi.
He is not insane. He is very logical. He is making reasonable decisions based on his own financial choices. Now, with that being said, MicroStrategy is an educational tech firm. Does you know anybody who uses MicroStrategy software for any educational tech stuff?
I don't like. I don't honestly.
I don't either.
I've never even heard of MicroStrategies up until Sailor bought Bitcoin. I've never even heard of Sailor. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I've never even heard of him. I mean, Alex has been his fan for 10 plus years. Alex told me. Alex is like, yo, I've been a Sailor fan since the beginning. But I'm just saying, in general, like I've never even heard of the man. My God, my nose is running. Like, yo, I am telling you, like as soon as Labor Day passed, like the weather out here changed, and like I feel like congested like a motherfucker. What were you about to say, Akil?
Well, I was going to say, while your nose was running, let me just tell you, the crypto industry, in terms of a job market, is not. So it's being reported that due to the massive layoffs within inside the crypto tech sector, Wall Street is trying to hire some of these guys back. Problem is, though, nobody wants to come back to work. And I'm talking about people with like bougie degrees from like Wharton School of Business. I'm not talking about guys that are working at Burger King before the whole pandemic started. So you've got major firms that do not have enough staff. You've got cryptocurrency folks that have laid off developers, designers, all sorts of folks. Nobody is going back to previous jobs. So right now, there's a vacuum in the tech sector and the financial sector because of crypto, they say. And this is being reported by the Wall Street Journal. They're saying there's a big vacuum and people just going back to the jobs that they once formerly held at other positions in other companies in the financial world, not in the actual tech sector, but because of the massive tech sector layoffs, it's now caused a vacuum to kind of hit. So your thoughts, David, on that kind of craziness?
I mean, like, who the fuck wants to like if you could do the job effectively from your desk or home office, why do you need to go back into the office? Listen, once a week, I get it. You can still socialize, have some sort of communication in real life. But if you can get if you can get the job done from, your own home office, why not? I think more companies should continue to ride that path. I actually think it's more effective for people to work from home. As long as everything is set up correctly in terms of making sure the person's actually working and delivering, I think I really believe that people are able to live more by working from home than going into work and really dreading and counting the hours to get the hell out. I do believe so. We don't need a scene. I don't. You zoomed out. You really want us to see. Oh, you want us to see the Gokhshtein Media swag. I got it. All right, cool. Shout outs to Michelle for coming through with this Gokhshtein Media swag. We are going to have the store up shortly. You guys can go ahead and get yourselves some Gokhshtein Media swag. It is dope. It feels good. It doesn't feel like sandpaper. It even looks good on the kill. It even looks good on Akil.
The only thing that doesn't look good on me is that beard you rock. That's the only thing. I wish, and I'm saying that out of jealousy, David. I wish I had a full, vivacious, voluptuous, heavy set, deep triggered beard like you. But I don't. So instead, I have to wear this awesome G Media shirt that Michelle sent me in the mail. I appreciate it. And
I,
hey, Leo, your Jets, they still suck.
the Jets are pathetic, but I was actually rooting for Joe Flacco to actually win. Like I like Joe Flacco. Listen, stop it. You're from Baltimore. The guy freaking gave you a ring, along with that defense, along with Ray Lewis, Ed Reed. He still went ahead. You have to have a quarterback in order to win, no matter what. So give him give him a shout out, man. The dude was literally he was throwing the ball good yesterday. Just you had a bunch of people who had butterfingers and couldn't catch a goddamn ball. They needed to do what Keanu Reeves did with that guy from the Replacements, where he put like glue on his hands and threw him the ball. Um, Leading to into this, we already talked about that. White House crypto mining report draws praise from advocates and critics alike. And that's from Yahoo Finance. I can't click into it because, again, they want me to pay, and I'm cheap. You could tell by my last name. Uh, Cream Finance converts 1.75 million in stolen funds into Bitcoin. I would have thought everybody would have went into Ethereum, but they're converting it into Bitcoin. Uh, what else is on the docket here? We have everything is about the. By the way, every news article that I'm reading right now is about the Ethereum merge. So we have the Ethereum merge matters for everyone in crypto. That's one headline. We have CNBC. I mean, excuse me, CBS News. CBS News, huh? Anyway, why the merge could change the future of cryptocurrency. Bloomberg, obviously, I read that survey. Consumers differ on the impact of crypto winter, and that's from Variety. Really? Uh, we spoke about the White House. We spoke about the conversion from Cream Finance, converting $1.75 million in stolen funds into Bitcoin. Wall Street Journal, but that's 3 days ago. They're reporting on the crypto crashed. Coinbase stock followed. What went wrong? I hate mainstream media. They never report anything good, like nothing good at all.
Did you hear what Gary Gensler said on Saturday?
What did he say?
So Gary
About
Gensler,
he's making a special department.
not only a special department,
Is he resigning finally, or
oh my God, I've never seen Canadians so happy that a guy from America resigns. No, Gary Gensler is saying he was also saying that while he believes the CFTC should have oversight, he does believe all crypto businesses should register with the SEC.
This dude thinks everybody should register into something. Like he's not
security?
I'm a security at this point. So is my grandmother. Like this dude wants my grandmother to register as a security.
I mean,
like literally,
yeah, go ahead. Register security.
Should we also take the paintings down from our walls and just register them also as securities? Like,
I mean, some of them there should be, but we could do that through NFTs, couldn't we? And we wouldn't have to fucking register if we just had that.
By the way, we have some comments. Leo Luna on YouTube is commenting on how, first of all, he said boo, and then he goes New York Jets in capital letters, and then he says he's going to the Jets. Now, I have absolutely no clue who the hell he's talking about. Who's going to the Jets? He would have. It would have been nice if he expanded on that, but he's going to the Jets. Somebody apparently is going to the Jets, and I don't know who. Oh, is he talking about Lamar Jackson, by the way? Who did who still they won't sign him to a full guaranteed contract, but yet Watson was signed to a full guarantee by the Browns, even with the shit that's lingering on him.
The dude is being accused of sexual assault, getting hand jobs by every massage therapist in 48 states, plus the District of Columbia, and because Hawaii and Canada don't have teams whatsoever, and then Hawaii and Alaska, sorry, and now like that guy gets a guaranteed like 144 million, but Lamar, like this is ridiculous, and you know what? I'm actually going to change the subject to something that is actually really positive that crypto helped actually achieve. As of last night, the Russian ministry has said they believe that peace talks are needed at this time. That's because they're getting their asses handed to them by the Ukrainians. They've pushed them back over 25,000 kilometers from the border. And you know what? Shout outs to the crypto community who early on started to send crypto NFTs, buying them, selling them during the beginning of the war so the Ukrainian people at least have a shot. And guess what? That shot's paying off because the Russians are now retreating back, saying that they need to take some time. And let me say this. Think about it what you want. Them Ukrainians are some tough motherfuckers. Because I saw grandmothers out there ready to throw down. So shout outs to those folks that are defending their homelands.
The babushkas were not fucking around. They came out with the brooms and they said, let's bring it. All right? And, you know, again, I touched on this a few months ago. I feel bad for the Ukrainian people and I feel bad for the Russian people because they don't want this shit. You know what? They do not want this shit. This is Putin trying to go ahead and just take Ukraine. And as he said it, he went out there and he talked about it. He was like, Ukraine and the lands belong to us because Lenin went ahead and made them. And we need to, like, essentially, he wants to take that land back. Ukraine is like, you can go fuck yourself. And, you know, I just want to say that the United States needs to stay the fuck out of this. Let them handle their personal beefs. And that's it. And if it escalates, then we can go ahead and look. But we need to literally look at us here. Like, focus here. Like, you want to print money? Then, like, give it to the people in this country. They'll handle it. Trust me, the Ukrainians and, like, the Russians, they'll handle it. Shout out to the people that donated to the to the Ukrainian to just Ukraine, donating in crypto and stuff like that. That was cool, but it's enough. But it is enough. It is definitely enough.
But I think the war efforts are good though, man. Like the fact that you've got, I think this was one of those first wars in history where it was like, hey, not only can we do something, but we can do something without the control of anyone else. It shows when good people step up to do the right thing. What? Did I attempt to pick my, what the fuck are you doing? Somebody just wrote, did I attempt to pick my nose? I'm drinking tea.
I will put it right on the screen. Nick the Greek stated or asked, is Akil attempting to pick his nose on YouTube? And I will go ahead and side with Nick here. I did see him attempt to pick his nose. He just tried to do it the classy way. And obviously you guys caught on to it. We will look at the replay like John Madden and assess.
Yeah, you better look at that fucking replay because I didn't pick my nose.
We'll assess.
Yeah, like I said, we'll continue to monitor the situation.
What is this? Is this like is this like okay, all right, now we are CNN and we'll continue to monitor the situation from our news desk. Like you're not monitoring anything, CNN.
Alex is monitoring the situation from the Situation Room. He is literally looking at everything right now, and I think he's looking into what was just stated, and that is Akil was attempting to pick his nose. Alex will have more for us later on today to let us know if that did indeed happen. We have comments in here. Lamar will never win a Super Bowl. That is all. That comes from Mike from probably Jersey, because he's most likely, which is crazy, he's probably a Jets fan who watched his team lose yesterday to the Baltimore. Stating Lamar will never win a Super Bowl. I think you're insane. I think he has the balls to do so. Any update on the merch drop? Fall is coming in New England and looking for a new sweatshirt. Yes, we are almost set. Stay tuned to the official G Media account to literally be up to date on when we are going to drop that merch that people have been DMing me for. Yes, I would have wore it today, but I was just like, yo, these people will probably think I'm wearing the same sweatshirt over and over and over again, even though I got like 5 to 6 pairs of sweaters that were sent out to me by our CBO, Michelle, who is literally working nonstop to get this merch store up for us for Gokhshtein Media. But real quick, I just want to quickly get to this, the pricing. We are at 22,400 on Bitcoin right now. Ethereum is at 1750 52.24. Tether is still holding strong at $1. Yes, sir, it is holding strong at $1, Akil. USD coin is at $1 as well. BNB, it's still at 299. Like literally, this shit cannot go over 3. It will hover from 287 to 299. We have, Binance USD at $1. We have XRP that went up by 2 cents to 35 cents. We have Cardano at 51. I was about to say $51. People would have heard me say $51. They would have fainted right now and closed off this entire space. We have Dogecoin at 6 cents. Polkadot at $8. Finally, you're fucking doing something, man. Holy shit. And I'm telling you, not only did I buy the bottom, but I bought the top on this motherfucker. So I'm waiting for this thing to go up. We have Polygon at 92 cents. It seems like that's Polygon's position. Anywhere from 89 cents to 92 cents, you'd find Polygon. What else is interesting here as I scroll through? Near Protocol, by the way, is something to watch. Not financial advice, but there's a lot of stuff going on with Near Protocol, and I think it's a good one to actually watch. We have Monero. I want to mention Monero since people want privacy. Well, Monero is privacy, and Monero is at $161 right now. And listen, before we get into the interesting topics, I went into Terra Classics. I got called out by the Terra Classic community. I'm literally
Why?
going to work out.
But why would you? Why are you getting? Oh, was that space you walked
Yeah.
into the other day?
So here's what happens. I'm about to go work out. My trainer's calling me. He's like, "Are you ready?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm ready. I got my sneakers. I got my whole gear ready to go work out." You can obviously see by the pythons that I'm ready to go ahead and work out, right? So I'm about to go out, about to go have the whole. I'm ready to train. Basically, I'm focused. Jessica DMs me, and then I get a few other people that DM me, and they're like, "Yo, motherfuckers talking shit about you." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Motherfuckers talking shit about you," and I was like, "All right, cool." I go into this room. They don't see me. They don't see me. Even though like I come in, I don't come in on burner accounts. I came in. I'm ready for the smoke. And I'm sitting and these motherfuckers are really going into me. Like they are going into me. Motherfuckers talking about IQ at 32, talking about I eat plastic. Yo, random shit's going on in this room. They see me now. The talk stops. They don't realize that you think you can troll me? I was born to troll. I was born for this, man. I was born to troll. I was born to to shit post. I shit post with the best of them. I don't care what's said about me. I really don't care. Because when I get on this mic, I'm gonna say what I have to say, and then there's this cool feature. It's called log out. And once you log out, There's this thing called the real world, and I'm out here. I'm out here. As the young kids say now, I'm out here. So I'm out in this room, and and all I wanted to say was this: if you were, because I made that YouTube video about Luna Classic where I thought, and I still believe that it's currently a lottery ticket. I'm not dissing the community. I'm just saying the protocol itself is nothing more than a lottery ticket at this point in time. Until utilities and until those projects that we're trying to work on, Luna or Terra and its network, come back onto them, come back to Classic, let's say, and start working on it. But right now, it's a lottery ticket, and a lot of people are coming in to make money. So I am not shitting on the community. I'm just saying that the project itself, there's nothing there yet. So it is nothing more than a lottery ticket, especially when I have people calling me constantly now and not talking to me about Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're talking about, yo, I'm getting into Luna Classic. I'm like, so why are you getting into it? And they're like, well, I'm getting into it because I can make money. So that's really all I was trying to lay out there. And when I went into the room, at the end, there was a mature discussion where there were people from the community because Terra Classic is driven by the community. And at that point, at the end, we started to talk like mature adults. Now, whether I left and people started slaying me is a different story. But during that time, as we're talking, now we're talking like human beings. My only thing about Luna Classic is, and I'll repeat again, current stage right now, lottery ticket. What happens in the future? I don't know. I can say that the lunatic army is nuts. So there is a chance that the community can come together and build something. As long as you have how long have I been saying this, Akil? As long as there's a community, there is a chance to do something. But let's call it as I saw it the same way with Safe Moon. When we all talked about Safe Moon and asked those questions, I don't dislike the Safe Moon community. All I did was ask you about what is the use case. And all I got from the Safe Moon community in the beginning was, well, there are taxes. Motherfucker, I've been running away from JP Morgan, from their fees, not to come and pay more fees. That was it. That was really my only beef. And then Jeremiah went ahead and talked about that, fucking Safe Moon is the next SpaceX and Tesla, and that John is the next Elon.
That bull crap that kid feeds off of is probably the most insane thing I've ever heard in my life. No offense. You know what I realized? You know why I realized my camera was so dark? I had the dark filter on, the tinted filter, the whole time. So
I didn't notice it. I didn't notice it. Maybe I didn't notice it because I was looking at myself. By the way, let me take this whole picking your nose off.
Because I did not attempt to pick my nose at all. Yeah, Jared J. I'm waiting for G Media merch too because I got to rotate the same two sweaters and vest. I'm just kidding.
Well, we know that it's Michelle's fault because she could have done a better job, got it out to us quicker, but unfortunately,
now she's gonna be really ticked off. But oh well, that's the
well, she's
life we
ticked
live.
off by. I was shooting there was a few clips that I was shooting, and apparently because I said that she's annoying, she got in her feelings, and she also paid off some people to come at me. So,
who'd she pay off?
A lot of people. A lot of people sided with her. A lot of people sided with her, and I think it was complete bullshit because I didn't say anything wrong.
So last night, I'll tell you, I was listening to a couple spaces yesterday. You remember that meh.eth? Remember
Who?
meh.eth? M-E.eth? She was in a bunch of these Celsius rooms early on talking about the collapse and things like that. Really got her brand up from that. Well, she was talking about people using DAOs and all these folks using these kind of like scholarships and what's the word I'm looking for? Grants. People do like developing their own grants yesterday, and I was like, these grants are really great ideas, but it's like grants for what? And then I started listening more and more to the space, and it was just like, hey, if you don't have an idea yet, you can get a grant. And I'm like, so we're encouraging people to make things up that have not yet come to fruition, or they haven't made the first step in creating things. Like, I'm a big believer, and David, you can disagree with me, agree with me, but I'm a big believer of somebody going, hey, you need to do the groundwork to build something first before I just hand you money. Don't come to me with just the concept and be like, oh, that's it. Like, I need you to give me something a little better. I need you to come to the table with like a plan, an actionable plan, and be ready to move on it, and not just, I need money, here's an idea.
For sure.
Because that's what we got. It's almost like those VCs that just drop money off to anybody that wants it. So, I'm just thinking about that out loud, David. But, I really got to say, look, if you're out here in this community and you're building things, I think you should be taking that first step on your own to come up with an actionable plan to move forward, and not just going, I'm just going to apply for all these grants that are out here because, well, I'm a minority and I can't. I just want folks to realize, take that first step, develop your plan first, and then move forward.
Is that the same one that is that the same person that came into spaces a lot and funded like other projects?
Well, they talked about other projects not being great or the inconsistency. What I believe is like they have they've got some cool folks that they work with. They've got connections. Um, and so I think that's what happens oftentimes in these spaces, is that we all just like, I know somebody, so I'm gonna get them to like listen to me. And it's like, well, yeah, that's networking. But then you start realizing, well, you got privilege, and I look, I got mad privilege. Like, when it comes down to it, I'm a 6'3", formerly 300+ pound like guy that played, with some top level athletes all around the world. So yeah, I got mad privilege because I got to pick up the phone and call my homies. But I recognize that. But at the same time, I don't try to abuse it. I think that's what we have to recognize, is you can't just abuse your ability to get access to all these grants and then say, well, people aren't working hard enough. Like, well, you circumvented the line. You jumped in front of it. You knew everybody at the Algo Foundation, and you jumped in line, said, give me money, and then you leverage the fact that you were never mind. I'm gonna get in trouble for saying it, so let me hold off. DG, because well, all right. You jumped in front of it because you simply said, I'm a female.
I mean,
And
why
I'm not
would I get you in trouble? It's the same thing we talked about. We had months ago where people were talking about female-led projects, so you had to buy one. And
and it
meanwhile,
ended up being a bunch of hairy Russian dudes.
exactly, a bunch of hairy-ass Russian dudes were behind female projects. Or you kind of like, I did support women-led projects as long as there were women behind it, but also at the same time, just because it's women-led doesn't mean that you should buy it. Like, if it looks like crap, like what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I want to support real women trying to do shit. Like, I bought into a lot of women-led projects, and you know what? They all disappeared. I haven't. Yo, look at my fucking NFT wallet. My NFT wallet ain't hidden. You gonna look at that shit. I bought I think 8 to 12 Year of the Women NFTs. Literally 8 to 12 of them. I minted that many. You know why? Because Ross Macdonald went in. Ross went in and said, "Oh, I bought 3." So I was like, "Nah, I'll do them. I'm gonna buy more, and plus I'm gonna support it because I like the art. I thought the art was cool." Do you know where she is? This person? Do you know where the artist is by any chance?
No. Do you?
She's balling out of control. She got millions of dollars. She's out. That was your women-led project. So you know what? Whether it's a man, woman, I'm just now looking for people that create dope shit. Period. I don't give a fuck who you are. Like literally, I am not going into your project because of your gender. I'm going into it because it's cool. Done.
All right.
Now, if it so happens that it's more men led projects than women, can't get on me.
I'm gonna start bringing up some community
Uh,
folks, but
I don't.
I
We
do
don't
want to
even
hear.
hear you. We probably only hear you on YouTube. Don't hear you on
All
Spaces.
right. Yeah, I was gonna say like I want to bring up a couple of community members, just kind of like ask the question like, are we at a place now where we need to be focused on? Maybe we need to go back to it. Maybe go back to it. Like, hey, at this point, I believe in diversity. I believe in diversity, but don't jump the queue if you ain't got nothing to show. Like that's where I'm at. Like, just don't jump the queue. Everyone else is staying in line, waiting their turn, and you jump the queue and like, take me first. I'm a woman. I'm like, whoa, I want you to go, but have the project ready, have a plan ready. Like, I want that, but I again, I'm not saying that I don't believe in diversity because I do. I know that women like less than men. I do. I know these things to be real. I'm just saying, come to the come to the table with a plan so you don't just jump the queue because you're like, well, grab me. It's like, look, I get jealous, but there's lady nights at clubs and I can't get in at all. And I'm like, well, I don't want any of the ladies. I'm there for, just to hang out and have fun. But I gotta wait in line outside everybody else. Nah, I'm good. Like that's when you know you're getting old, David, is when you tell everybody, I'm not going to the club because I gotta wait outside. Nah, that ain't good enough for me. I want VIP access or I want to walk straight in, sit down, get ready to go because I hate waiting. But that's my question for the community. Do you think we need to reevaluate who we're giving money to in these projects? Is like yes or no? Do you want to see it? So I'm gonna bring up Viking Lord because I know Viking Lord. I very rarely agree with him other than on football season, but we want to hear his opinion on some of these things. What's up, Viking?
What is up, Akil? What is up, David? Damn, bro, what a great day of freaking football yesterday. David, gutsy goddamn call at the end there to go for that 2-point conversion. Absolutely correct. Saquon wreaked havoc on the Titans defense, bro. It was amazing. Another great game, that Vikings-Packers game. Did you guys watch that, Dave?
I watched what's his name?
I watched Aaron Rodgers
Rodgers.
blow chunks all night.
Rodgers
That-
was mad as hell.
So Justin Jefferson, they could not keep that guy contained whatsoever. He goes off for 140 in the first half, bro. Aaron Rodgers, we were worried about that Vikings defense, but that Vikings defense got on Rodgers' ass, sacked him 4 times yesterday, knocked him 8.
I am super happy. I'm super happy for Minnesota. I hope they do well. Rodgers, I like to see him whine. I don't know. I just like to see Aaron just whine.
It is so funny when he gets fired up and starts yelling at his teammates, and he gets that arrogant, smug fucking look on his face, bro. And it's you just want you can't just sit there but troll his ass. I mean, it's great.
because he's death warmed over. I mean, Aaron Rodgers at this point looks like he has eaten the soul of every dead baby he's ever come across. I mean, this guy is looking like death warmed over. I mean, and he's what, 38? Tom Brady's 45. Tom Brady's got him by a country mile. Like, and it's like, that old meme. It's like they're not like it's not you're not ugly, you're just poor. No, Aaron Rodgers is ugly right now. Like he looks bad.
It was not pretty at all. Another game I could not believe this weekend was that Texas-Alabama game, of course, but the Cincinnati and the Steelers game, bro. For Cincinnati to tie it at the end there, then miss the goddamn field goal for it to get blocked. And then there was 2 more missed kicks in that game, and then the Steelers ended up winning it. It was like, oh my God, that was crazy.
That almost turned into the ultimate sister kisser. And if you don't know what a sister kisser is, it's basically when there's a tie in pro football. That's like kissing your sister. It's disgusting.
That is disgusting. By the way,
we almost ended up with 2 ties yesterday, Akil.
And luckily you didn't, because otherwise there would have been a lot of incest going on in the NFL. It is absolutely disgusting to have. There should be no reason for a tie in the NFL. Like college football doesn't even have that. I mean,
they really need to get rid of the ties in the NFL. Yeah. I think that's stupid. Just play until somebody wins. Do the college system. Put it in. Enough of these ties. I mean, really, these ties are horrific. I really want to get everybody's thoughts though on Ethereum and its merge this week. Obviously, this week is super. We're all super focused on it. Even the haters are, because the haters are sitting back and they are waiting for it not to happen. They want it not to go through. You could tell. But some of the biggest, I'm surprised because some of the biggest haters, some of the biggest maxis within the space are literally starting to become more open-minded to cryptocurrency in general. I read something from I don't know if he still works for Kraken or not, but Dan Held, I think that's his name, went ahead and said we should be more open to cryptocurrency. Is that right, Alex?
Yeah, I think he kind of saw himself as like a Bitcoin maxi, and he said, we reported on that. You guys can check it out. That it's not good. Like the Bitcoin devotees, in his own words, like need to be more open-minded to other people's crypto decisions, and it hurts Bitcoin also being like closed-minded like that.
It does. It really
wishing the death of ETH like hurts your bags. Like if you hope Ethereum should fail, you're an imbecile. Like you want success for all the projects, because if ETH were to, right, like let's say something like that happened, devil's advocate, it's going to hurt everyone in the space, including Bitcoin. So
think about it, Alex, like from this standpoint, like why would you root for something to lose? You're gonna because
only losers root for projects to lose, because they're losers. That's why.
No, but these
I don't know about that.
They actually
I don't know about that,
because I think no. You know what it is with Bitcoin maxis? Their thing is, if this project loses, then more people will just come to Bitcoin. That's not the truth. If people lose on their bags, they're fucking leaving. They don't give a fuck about Bitcoin.
They'll leave, yeah. They'll leave, and they may never return for a long time. I don't know. It's a very cynical way of seeing things, right? It's like, I hope your car crashes so you can come into this Honda. No, like, I really hope that your Hyundai flips and rolls so you can see the benefit in the VTEC and the Honda Civic SE 2025.
Why you gotta go in on a Honda Civic, yo? Like for real. That's America's car. That's America's car. The Honda Civic is America's car.
I love my Accord. No. Let me just make this clear. I'm like a Honda maxi, okay? So, but I'm just saying, like, I don't wish bad for all the others. Like, we can coexist, and we should wish well. Like,
Alex, bro, I have the coolest dealership in America, bro. I have the only Honda, Toyota, and Nissan dealership under the sun.
I went on and looked at your ratings. It's a 1.6.
Get the fuck out of here.
It is. Yelp does not recommend me going.
Now those are fighting words. Those are fighting words, David. You try and mess with the man's money.
I'm kidding. Hey, you know what? You know what would be funny? if they actually built Bitcoin and like Ethereum. Like, imagine if people could Yelp Bitcoin and Ethereum. I would die laughing. So, like,
Oh, if they're Yelping Bitcoin, they would tell it is Bitcoiners would be like hating on Ethereum, and then everyone the Safe Moon would really like Safe Moon would have a 4.8 rating. Every time it goes below like 4.5, they'll be like, we need everybody in the community to get behind it and give it a 5 stars. And then there's me over there going one, and then changing my profile and then one, and then changing my profile again with a one because it sucks, but I'm not gonna go there. But look, David, you brought up a good point. These Bitcoiners who think Ethereum is dead or Ethereum needs to die for them to seed, or that they just hate on proof of stake versus proof of work. It's like, it's gonna be more energy. Listen, I'm gonna say this with utmost respect. I'm gonna look into the camera when I'm doing it so that people understand that this is serious. Our planet is already fucked. So what's the difference between cows farting and computers mining? Nothing to me. What's the difference between cows farting and a bunch of cars on the road? Nothing to me. Because guess what? Those things aren't going away. And so at this point, you need to start to choose. Get yourself an e-bike and mine Bitcoin. I don't care. But either way you look at it, it's not the technology's fault that the world is warming up. It's got nothing to do with that. Those computers are not adding to it. So stop with the lies, stop with the frivolous comments. Just build stuff, make it cool. Hey, and regulators, when you do regulate, bring somebody into the room that has some knowledge about the whole situation and not piecemealing this together. That's my word to my governments all over the world. Bring people into the room that actually have a fucking clue. Otherwise, sit down and let the professionals handle it.
let me ask you this. I would like to see somebody come out with a report and tell me how much energy is used by the United States government to take gold and transport it elsewhere, and the same for the U.S. dollar, and how much electricity is used when the United States prints money versus mining. I'd like to see the comparison.
Yeah, I would like to also see a Bitcoin miner sitting in someone's home hashing 2 terahash per second with 100 watts versus Canadians importing Saudi oil. I wonder which one's worse.
Until I see, just like what Pena says, a prospectus and the banks stop lending money to build condos along the beach, I'm not going to fucking believe it at all. Until the banks stop loaning monies in those types of areas, I don't believe anything's going to rise. Nothing's heating up the way they say it's going to.
But isn't it maddening that like people buy like they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna lend you money to build like this beach house, and you're like, the likelihood of that beach house surviving 40 years is pretty bad at this point. So why are they lending money? Like it doesn't make sense. It's what a second home.
I disagree with that 100%. I disagree with that, and the reason why is if things were going to rise the way they say they're going to rise, they wouldn't be loaning money in London. They wouldn't be loaning money in Venice. They wouldn't be loaning money in South Beach. Buildings wouldn't be going up, and you would have in the prospectus climate change as a factor that could potentially harm this investment.
Well, climate change is a factor, especially when you're looking at your insurance.
Britain in the last 20 years has mentioned climate change as a potential.
Oh, come on, Viking Lord. Are you a climate change denier at this point?
I'm not saying that, but show me a prospectus that.
Ah, so you're denying it without denying it. Okay, all right. Look,
Show me a prospectus that mentions climate change as a potential investment risk, and then we can talk.
All I would say is that they keep playing mind games. This is my opinion, but they keep playing mind games, political warfare, because there's way bigger electricity hogs and way bigger pollutants and way bigger issues, but they always love to scapegoat proof of work. They'll continue to scapegoat proof of work, but no one will talk about like 1 trillion masks in the ocean harming wildlife, like harming like marine life. No one's going to talk about, like I said, the Saudi oil coming into Canada. Meanwhile, we leave the Albertan oil, which is like a gold mine of energy, untouched. So I think it really is going to come down to Like, it's going to come down to that. Should we do a better job maintaining Earth and making it cleaner? Absolutely. We're doing an abysmal job. The other day, I'm cleaning up my park. I'm just like, why are these people littering like this? It's a cultural thing. Like, clean up your shit. Like, stop littering this beautiful Earth. Like, you wouldn't do that in your home. You wouldn't do that in your yard, right? So people got to wake up. But yeah, there is climate damage for sure. Like, if we get rid of all the trees, bro, if we get rid of all the trees, the Earth is going to become like a scene out of Mad Max. Mad Max will look like a Nickelodeon show because, yeah, it's going to have an impact. But definitely like, to Vikings' point, like, they definitely go to the extreme. Oh, this is going to happen. That's going to happen. This is doing this. That's doing that. I don't think all the condos in Miami are going to go underwater like some Atlantis in the next 5 years. But I do think that they go crazy with these fantastical stories because they have political narratives, they have agendas to roll out, things they want to control, and they just got to leave proof of work alone. Like, Bitcoin is fine. Like, there's many more pollutants and issues. Look at Sault Ste. Marie in Ontario, North Ontario. People have literally an unregulated, who cares, right? Huge ass oil steel rig factory in their yard. The population is declining. People have tons of issues, health issues. It's owned by India. It's not owned by Canada anymore. And they just go unmonitored. Like, they don't even monitor the pollutants and the emissions anymore. And that's in their yard. So we're gonna point the finger at a Bitcoin miner for using 100-watt TDP, but like, live next to this factory and get birth defects and get cancer. Like, bro, like, these carnival clowns are on some next shit. I don't know whether they're taking crack, meth, and like all the above, but bro, like what you said, Akil, too. Like, yeah, we need professionals. We don't need a guy who like gets up and like, we got people who can't ride a bike, and then we got Orange Man, like, love them or hate them. Then we got Trudeau, who's like a drama teacher, like, go back to teaching drama. I don't care what party you identify with. I just want our individuals and community to excel and be empowered. It's little clowns that don't want you, Akil, or you, David, or you, Viking, or anyone in this space to be empowered and have like the power back in our hands, right? So keep the earth clean. We got to get that power. There's three things in the world. If you call them, people around. It's fear. It's the media. And what is the last one? It's Borat 3, run Borat 3.
Whoa! It's early in the morning on the West Coast, 7:48 here on the West Coast. What do you got? Like, it's 10:48 out there on the East Coast.
10:49 a.m. on the East Coast here.
Yeah, it's yo. You hitting the bong, like, it hits from the bong this early in the morning. Shout out to Eric Bobo and Cypress.
But yeah, I went to God. I woke up in some good thought, man.
Listen, kids, as a person that loves the cannabis industry, because literally that's how I can make my other money. Don't smoke first thing in the morning when you're coming on a talk show. You might forget what you're about to say.
Yo, Acid woke up in the morning just like, he woke up at 4:30 to pee. Not only did he go pee, but he went ahead and took a hit off the bong and went back to sleep, man. Like, that must be a hell of a life, man.
That's literally what I do, yo. He started the bull market, man. He started the bull market.
The bong market? What did you say? The bong market? Okay.
Proof of bong.
Proof of bong. Listen, hey, I'm gonna still be. Vitalik came out there with another picture. You can pin that shit to the top because, like, I don't know if honestly, I asked this question to the community: is he trolling us? Is he really trolling us? Like, is he purposely like coming? He has to be. He has the book that's coming out, right? Or did it come out already? It probably came out, right? So he had
pre-sales are out. I think his book comes out like the 22nd or something like that. Ross will let us know he pre-ordered it.
So you have all these things happening, right? And all of a sudden, you know, you got, I want to say it, but I'm laughing. Proof of schlong, bro. Like it's just like it's a second picture. It's the second picture. Like it's undeniable. Like that he is trolling. He is the master troll.
Yeah.
Say that again. Oh, by the way, guys, 11:15 a.m. is when we got to put a hard stop to this show today, just today, because I am interviewing somebody who is really, really known in the space, and to make it happen, I have to go ahead and have the interview be done at 11:30 a.m. So I do apologize that you guys won't have an extra 15 minutes to either shit talk, shit post, or be angry about Ethereum and its path to success. You all know it, especially Jessica. Jessica's been out there spewing hate and shit posting about Ethereum. It is the craziest thing that I've ever seen. She is literally like the leader of the ETH hate nation, and I think they're going on tour. They are going on tour in the United States, hitting all 50 states.
I'm no, don't no, Jessica. I'm gonna defend you. That I know that's not your role in this world. Jessica is a loving, caring, former Harmony One maxi turned just crypto enthusiast. She's an enthusiast. That's all she is.
You guys mentioned that has anybody gone over the sell pressure that's probably going to happen when 2.0 is actually released?
Guys, listen to me right now, man. You
I
can
don't think
sell.
it's happening.
Why like if you're long term in this game, right? Why do you give a fuck? Why do you care about this sell pressure, buy pressure, bro? Like, is anybody looking 5 years out, or are we just? Is everybody here a trader? Is everybody here in this room actually or watching trading? No, absolutely not. Like 3% of you are trading, and you are losing your ass doing it. So what is the point?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's gonna sell. Who gives a fuck? Like really, I don't give a fuck. I DCA. I don't give a fuck.
You're saying long term there, Dave. Yes, long term when you're looking at that way, okay? But if you're looking at a $1,700 Ether, $1,900 Ether right now, and let's say you have 3-4 grand to throw in capital, I know damn well that I'm going to probably see a 15 to 1450 Ether in the next coming weeks after that sell pressure hits.
You're just speculating.
Yeah, I am speculating. I'm speculating hard. I think that there's going to be a lot of sell pressure due to the fact that people locked up their Ether on Coinbase or in other places that didn't understand what they were doing. And the economy's flipped so bad since then. As soon as that Ether becomes available, they are selling and getting their capital back.
Yeah.
The Ether's available.
They're giving people.
Yeah, it's available though.
Like a copy of their NFTs and other collections.
Well, no. So the Coinbase Ether.
When
So
if you lock up $10,000 and all of a sudden now that $10,000 is worth $7,500 because a lot of people locked that shit up when it was worth $3 grand, $2,500, okay? And ETH is a lot lower than what it is right now. So if they locked up that money and a lot of them didn't really realize what they were doing on Coinbase, okay? The economy's flipped so fucking bad since that time. There's a lot of people that are going to pull that capital out.
Yeah,
so Viking. So again, hey, can I just? I'm just gonna interject here with the facts. That ETH is available now. So if they wanted to get it out, they could. Like that's not stopping them. So Viking Lord, that's the only reason I'm saying it is like it's available to them now. If you want to be able to trade off and sell it in the USDC or in the cash, you can do that right now on Coinbase. That's why I said even after it merged, I don't see it. Because what? Buy the rumors, sell the news. Well, guess what? At this point, fuck, they're already there. The news is hit. The rumor was out. Everybody, we know the date. We know the time. Everything was already pre set out. So if they haven't gone off and people haven't been able to sell as much right now, they're probably not going to sell in the future. The Ethereum community knows what they want. They like to keep their Ethereum and spend their Ethereum, which is why layer 2 is being created. So it's one of those, I don't see it the same way that you do, only because they've already released the staking. They've already released it. Go ahead, use it.
I understand what you're saying. It also sounds like I could be wrong. Okay, I've been wrong before, but this is just what I see. I see a differing opinion right now.
If he's going down a few hundred because he got new stuff staked, it's scary. They've already overinvested. I'm just saying that's clear as day. Like,
But my question again is, who gives a who cares? Like, seriously, like, if you're in it for the long term, who gives a shit? Like, I personally don't care. Like, I only have to talk about numbers because obviously I work for a media company. So, like, I have to talk about numbers. Otherwise, if I didn't, I wouldn't even talk about the numbers. Don't care.
And I guess I look at this from a pure trader perspective. I'm sitting here hitting my trades, this and that. So I look at it a little differently, Akil, completely. I do have my long terms. Don't get me wrong, but I like to trade during the day in my free time.
why don't you just unstake your shit then? Like,
Fuck that.
What do you when you trade? What do you you're chasing? Like, why chase? Why go ball?
I'm not okay. I do it for fun. I sit there and I hit my leverages. I do it for fun all day long. Don't get me wrong. I have my bags that I'm holding. Oh, it's fun, bro. It gives you that rush.
Now, that's that degen in them. That's that degen in them. That's that gambler. Like, Mikey, you love the risk. You love the adrenaline risk. You love it. That's what traders do.
I agree with you. It's my vice, bro. I don't go out to the bars. I don't go out to the club. I don't go to the casino. But that gives me my adrenaline rush, 100%.
Wait, you know what? Since you got that DJ rush, how about this? Unstake your ETH an hour before the merge. I dare you. I bet you won't do it.
Fuck that.
I bet you won't. See, you're not. See, because you're not supposed to have emotions involved. You got emotions involved. You're not.
Yo,
That's on the table. Mikey said that's on the table. Let's see what happens.
He just wants to trade.
I like Acid because he's high as fuck right now, and he's on here just like, yo, shit trolling, just straight up like, yo, I dare you to fucking do it. I dare you, like, fuck. Yo, look, shout outs to Ace, man, for waking up at, I don't know, where are you from? Are you on the Pacific or are you on the East Coast, man?
He's on whatever time right now.
Oh, who's that, Leo?
He's on the Acid Coast.
Oh, he's definitely a West Coaster because he said he was very proud about it. He goes, I woke up, I rolled a blunt.
Listen, you need traders. You need people who trade, but like, if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, look, let me give you guys a little story at 10:59. I think it is 10:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you by the way, for tuning in to the breakdown, episode 56. We had a little trouble getting it up today. Relax. We're not talking about that. I'm saying we had a little trouble getting all this stuff up today. Blue pills aren't necessary, but we're here, right? We're here. We're back. New studio's coming. My studio's almost coming. Here, this whole thing is going wrong. Everything that I'm saying is just fucking wrong. Anyway, I really don't believe most people know how to read a chart. I think they're very dangerous to people that don't understand what they're looking at. A lot of people, I repeat this all the time, RSI, MACD. If I say this to a normie that comes into this space, they have no clue what I'm talking about. But the chart is pretty. But you look at that chart and you don't understand anything on that chart, you're going to fall off a cliff. Here's a nice story, guys. And this is a real story. I take $10,000 in liquidity. And I go, this is before, well, I'll lead it into this. I take $10,000 in liquidity, put it into XRP, and I margin. I go full pop. Let's go. Highest level of margin. I feel confident. I'm about to win this shit. I'm starting to win a bit. Starting to win a bit. And all of a sudden, shout outs to Brad Garlinghouse. This motherfucker comes out and says, yo, the SEC is about to throw a case at us. My shit went from, I don't exactly remember where it was at, but I know that the $10,000 that I put in, that shit was at like 4. I said, I'm going to stay in the game. I'm going to stay in the game. Because it's just, you know what? People sold nervous. They sold on the news, whatever. The next day, the SEC comes out and says, yes, official. XRP, we're going after you. Ripple, XRP, we're going after Ripple. And we're going after the CEO and the co-founder, Chris and Brad. Do you know what I was left holding? These nuts. That's what I was left holding. Exactly. I was holding a pillow and crying. I was crying with a pillow. Thinking about doing a, what is it, a Billy Madison? When
I'm so happy. Well, with Steve Buscemi was the character
yeah,
where he's like,
I was ready to put lipstick on my. I was like this, crying, holding a pillow, about to put lipstick on. I was mad. You know what? I'm competitive. It's not even. I didn't even give a fuck about the money. I was mad that I was like fucking furious. I was like, fuck. The point is that trading, especially when like I know I think I have some sort of knowledge when it comes to trading, but I'm not even at that level yet. So when I see people talking about I'm gonna go trade and I'm gonna put in stop loss, do all this stuff, you're just literally stressing yourself out. You're not allowing yourself to live life. Literally, you're not, and you're chasing money. You shouldn't chase money. You should let money come to you. Like that's the way I look at life. You should let money come to you, not chase it. So that's my story about my trading experiences. The bad ones. I've won, but the bad ones. There are bad ones. You win maybe I believe you only win like 40 to 50% of the time. At least I'm gonna go based on myself. But I'm honest about it. When I'm talking about this subject right now, I'm being honest about it. Every single time I come onto Twitter though, I've never seen any of these traders lose. Never seen a losing chart or somebody say, you know what? I've lost. So my whole thing is like, look, if you really believe in cryptocurrency, if you really believe that Bitcoin is sound money, if you believe that Ethereum has a real ecosystem behind it where people will build on it, then why are you worried? Why are you worried about people going to sell the news type shit? Isn't it going to come back in 2 months anyway? If it does happen, isn't it? Maybe it jumps up within a month. I mean, what the fuck are you chasing? Chasing a heart attack? Chasing gray hairs? Listen, if you have invested 100% of your, if you've invested 100% of your liquidity into the market, I can understand you taking out because you have bills to pay. And nobody should ever go 100% in. You have to have liquidity on the sidelines. You have to. Number one, the reason why you want to have liquidity on the sidelines is because, hey, there might be opportunities like this, right? So imagine if you went 100% in when Bitcoin was 50,000. And now it's gone down, it bottomed at around 17.7, right? If you went 100% in, well, you didn't have any liquidity to get some Bitcoin at 17.7. But if you left 15% to 20% on the sidelines, you would have been able to DCA, dollar cost average. Fuck the trading shit. Listen, do whatever you want. I'm not your financial advisor. But at the end of the day, you know what? I'd rather DCA and not worry, not stress, not get gray hairs, not go bald, not all this shit. Rather have a life than go ahead and sit on the computer 24 hours a day looking at charts and waiting for something or an opportunity or an entry point to get into and then pray that you get out. You're never going to catch the bottom, nor are you going to go ahead and catch the top. Anybody who says they call the bottom a top are lying. I can also make 34,000 tweets and go ahead and try to call the bottom. I can make 34,000 bottom tweets and 40,000 top tweets. And then go back to the one that actually hits and say, look, I called it. You ain't going to call it. You might get lucky, but you have a better chance of winning the lottery. All I'm saying is, if you really do believe in this industry, if you really do believe in this industry, if you really do your research, if you listen to the right people, if you go into the right spaces, if you check out the right YouTube channels like mine, then you're gonna be in a good position. You're gonna have people telling you like, yo, go fucking do some research, go do some homework. And if you're not even look, a lot of people jump in and they're not even paper trading. At least paper trade. Paper trade before you go in and start really trading. Some people just jump in. They think that automatically that they're going to win. They're not. And then it leaves sour taste in people's mouths. And then you get these DMs or you get people sending in tweets to Confessions, that new Twitter account, right? Saying that I just lost my entire 401k and my savings. Come on. Seriously. Stop chasing the trends. And what I mean by that is all these Oscar the Grouches and whoever is anonymous that goes out there and they're trying to get you to like and retweet their shit. Stop trying to fit in. They ain't paying your rent. They ain't gonna pay for your lease. They ain't paying for your insurance. They don't give a fuck about you.
You're right, David. I'm gonna jump in and say you're kind of right. They don't care about you, the individual. They care about you, the individual, pumping their bags. It's like when people come into our DMs and they want to ask us to send them Bitcoin or help them with a project, and we say, "Oh yeah, we got some. We've got because we are a company. Hey, we got some business opportunities for you guys. Oh, why are you trying to charge us? It's like, well, it's a business. Like we're not charging we're not charging anybody to get our content. We're charging them to help keep the business going. Like, hey, you're supporting the business. But if you ask somebody to support their business, they then always want to, oh, David, they like the new video. It's a vibe. Nice. They want something to be there. They want their benefit before before you realize your benefit. I think at the end of the day, though, these people become obsessed with their communities, and their communities give them their personalities. There's a lot of people that have their personalities built around their coins, their currencies, their communities. No offense, if you're building your personality around that, you're gonna fall. That's cultish. That's how you end up in a cult. That's how you end up on some guy's doorstep, wearing some yoga Yu-Gi-Oh stuff on your head. I shouldn't disrespect Yu-Gi-Oh. That's a great product in IP at least.
Same. Don't mess with Yugi or Kaiba or whatever.
Yeah, I'm just saying that was a bad example. I'm apologizing to that community because they better get on my ass. Well, don't get on my ass. I know David looked up like
no, I'm laughing because acid just comes out of nowhere. It's like he's like laying on the couch with a blanket, and like he has this like big ass Russian hat on, and I think he's just puffing away, and he's like sitting back and he's like, I'm gonna comment when I need to, kind of thing. And like he just jumps in and he throws this little comment and then he goes away to listen to the reaction of the comment. Shout out to Acid, man.
Yeah.
Acid.
But at the end of the day, communities, like, you should not just take the entire personality of the community, have your own. Because guess what? At some point, the same people who are pumping it are going to walk away. They will walk away. When we've seen those folks, they go from one project to the next, and people follow them like they actually know what the fuck they're talking about. Most of these people have no clue what they're talking about. No clue. Let me tell you what, if people are giving you price prediction, you're paying them $200 a week in Discord, and the numbers don't ever end up being what you thought they would, that means you need to stop paying them $200 a week, because they're just taking your money, they're pocketing it, and they're laughing at you as they're going to Morton's Steakhouse that night. And if they don't go to Morton's, they're going to Ruth Chris. And if they're not at Ruth Chris, then they're probably at some dine and dash. Although I did recently hear there's some good strip clubs with some amazing steaks. $4 steaks
at a strip club. Just saying.
And on that note, we're gonna wrap it up today early. I promise we'll give in an extra half an hour tomorrow, and talk more about obviously the Ethereum merge that's coming, and we'll talk about Bitcoin and anything else that's happening within the space. Just have to do an interview, so I do apologize. There was no other time that I could schedule this. It's an interview for Gokhshtein Unfiltered. I want to give a shout out to my co-host, Akil Patterson. Even though we've had trouble today connecting, we had trouble for about 25 minutes. We still, dude. Why are you on mute? What do you mean I'm on mute? I'm not on mute. There's no way I'm on mute. There's no way
You're
I'm
muted?
on mute.
How is David muted?
But all I want to say is thank you very much for tuning in. Tomorrow, episode 57, we're going to be, again, I'll give it the extra half an hour and we're going to bring the fire. But on that note, again, thank you for tuning in. Akil, can you leave us with your magical words?
As the famous Mr. Rogers said, won't you be my neighbor?
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. You said, I thought, wrong words. All right, my bad. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on The Breakdown, episode 56. Have a great day and an even better tomorrow.